Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Williamson, and today we are going to be discussing an introduction to 3D game development using the Unity engine. So the first thing I'll do is I'll give you a layout of the project, some of the things that are important about the project, some of the key concepts. Then after that, I'm going to show you maybe how to add some new things to this project to maybe make it more interesting and fun. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So here we are. So just to give you a quick demonstration of what's going on inside of the game, I'm using the mouse to look around. I'm using the WASD keys to move around. I can use the spacebar to jump, okay, and I can use the control key to crouch. Okay, so this is similar to games like Minecraft or any other first-person shooter that you might be playing right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across to the other side, and when I do that, the timer at the top is going to count up, and then afterwards I'll fall off and then be reset to the beginning of the level. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, so jumping across. Okay, you saw the timer counted up, and then what I'll do now is go ahead and fall. Falling, yes we are. All right. Sweet. So I fell, and now I'm back at the start. How about we take a look at what those things look like inside of the actual Unity editor. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the first-person character. Okay, so that was the guy that moved around with WASD, and right here you can see that the first-person character is comprised of a number of different components. Components are something that we'll go into a little bit later, but just to give you a brief overview, this guy is composed of 4 different custom components that we've written: the look, move, jump, and crouch. And what those do is they provide the functionality that you saw before whenever we were moving with WASD, jumping with space, crouching with control, etc. Now we'll discuss the scene or the level or environment. So the first thing that I'll talk about is the starting platform. As you can see, the starting platform, which I have selected right here, is where our player, stands on. Okay, the volume around it in Unity, it allows us to understand when the person enters, whenever the character enters or exits the volume. Okay, the ending platform is set up similar. Okay, whenever we jump over onto the ending platform, that's whenever the timer stops, and the starting platform actually starts the timer whenever we exit that volume. And the last thing that I'll talk about is the game reset area. So the game reset area is actually what helps us get back to the game if we fall off one of these platforms. If we didn't have this, then we would just fall infinitely, and then we would have to like restart, the entire play scene to actually play. So this gives us a game loop. And as you can see, this volume, or this square right here, this cube, is what we fall into, and then it brings us back to the beginning. So now that we've seen how the project is set up, what I'll do now is go ahead and demonstrate how to set up a simple obstacle using an animation. Okay, and let's just get started. So the first thing that we do, we'll create an empty object here. Okay, this is to serve as the root. That way we can actually move this object around in the scene without affecting the animation that's going to go underneath it. Okay, so this is our empty game object here, and what we'll do is we will create some 3D object cube and set that as a child to this object. Whenever we move this game object, you'll see that the child also moves. What I'll do is scale this to be a little bit larger so that we can see it move around. Okay, sweet. Cube is going to be set. I'm going to center it at the origin and then move the actual object here so that it's in that little crevice. Okay, and now what we're going to do is animate this object here, the child. So what I'll do is open up the animation window, animation right here. Okay, we will click create. What that'll do is it'll allow us to create an actual animation file. We'll just save it as it is for now. The property that we want to add is the transform property for position. So we'll go ahead and do that. The starting position and ending position will be the same. What this does is it allows the animation to loop. What I'll do right here is set the, in the middle, let's just say the X position, we'll say 5, okay? And whenever we hit play, you'll see that that object here moves back and forth. Okay, so let me close this out, and then what we'll do is hit the play button to see how that looks. So we hit the play button, and now the thing is going super fast. And that concludes our introduction to game development using the Unity engine. I hope that you found this information to be helpful and useful, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can make in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.